welcome to Chacho Mythology Moke. It's always a pleasure having you join me. Remember, Chacho Mythology Moke is a place where we talk about all things better living. I hope you have been learning some things from my lessons of 10 years in marriage that I've been sharing. And we're going again on this episode. I'm going to be sharing 2 other lessons. We have already seen 4 lessons in the previous episodes. If you've missed any of that, please go back to the channel and check and watch. So lesson number 5, don't assume. And in marriage, I've discovered that we assume a lot. Instead of communicating, we assume. So when our spouse is going through something, sometimes they don't talk, and maybe they had a bad day at work or something, and they don't talk, and they're home, they are grumpy, they are grouchy, they are not the usual self. You begin to assume, what's wrong with this guy? What did he even do? Or what's wrong with this babe? Why is she behaving like this? Or stuff. And we assume different things instead of us communicating and asking what is wrong, why are you behaving like this? Or it could be in-law related, and there are different things that makes us assume anyway. And instead of us to communicate and ask questions, we just assume, and then we now start acting based on the assumption. So what I've discovered, so don't let me generalize. So sometimes I've learned anyway over time, I just assume that I can just raise a conversation in my head about my spouse and say, okay, so he did this, and I already have reasons why he's doing it, and I'm questioning it, and I'm giving the answer. Instead of me to talk to the person who I'm dealing with, I'm assuming in my head, and I'm acting based on my assumption. So I've assumed, and I'm angry, and so I'm acting based on my assumption. So I've learned that you shouldn't assume in marriage. So when you are not clear about something, why not ask questions? It doesn't hurt, it doesn't bite. So ask questions and say, okay, so why did you behave like this? Or why is this like this? Or why is this like this? Just ask questions rather than assuming. So don't assume. The 6th lesson is prayer walks. Yes, prayer walks. So I've learned that you can pray for anything and everything. Yeah. So is it that your spouse is behaving in a certain way and you don't understand, they've been talking about it, go on your knees and pray about it. You'll be surprised that, or maybe you have been talking about a particular issue that you're not comfortable with. Maybe he wants to go ahead and do a project, or he wants to go and do something, and you're saying, this thing, don't do it. And it's not answering you, and it's giving you 1001 reasons why this is okay, it's legit and all of that. But you have a conviction in your spirit that he should not do this thing, and he's not listening. What do? Go and pray about it. Talk to God. You will just discover that by the following morning or 2 days after, he's just saying, hey, babe, that thing, I don't think we should do it. You're right. And you're wondering, what changed your mind? It is the prayer that worked. So I've learned over time that prayer works. So I pray about everything. I can pray about anything to God. So pray about strange women, pray about strange men, about your finances. You need God to come true for you for a certain project or anything, about sicknesses, whatever it is. Just pray, and then pray together. Pray about anything and everything. So those are the 2 lessons I want to share on this episode. The first one I shared is don't assume, and the next one I shared was prayer walk. So pray about anything and everything. I hope you have learned something again on this episode. Till I see you again next time on Chacho Mythology Moke. Don't forget to keep it here.